What do you say, DFK? This is Sir Worm. Oh, what in the DFK is this? And my guest today is Raph from ADFK. Raph, how you doing today?
Thank you for having me. Doing well today. I was just telling you pre-stream. I have a second monitor here in the setup at home, and it's I have two monitors at work, and I don't know why this is so weird all of a sudden. I think it's because I usually do stuff at night with no
Right.
other lights on, and like I feel overwhelmed by the light beaming onto my face. Like I feel like I'm getting an artificial tan right now. Um, but outside of that, doing fantastic. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Uh, yeah, I'm glad you could come on. And for those who don't know, Raph is part of the ADFK duo with Nine Dwarf, the creators of Adventures in DeFi Kingdoms, the stream and the app. Sure, both. The app is has a link in the castle. I can actually bring up. This is like adfk.app is where you can go. There is free and gated parts to the website, and you guys are like one of the OG streamers, if I'm not mistaken. Like
We were the
you were
second
one of
stream on the
the.
block. Yeah,
Were you
we
the second stream? Wow.
yeah, well, I shouldn't say that. It felt like kind of second, I guess, probably the oldest running now. But there was some
Right.
hardcore streamers back in the day, like Drake on Digital, the High Indian. Those two guys beat us to the punch.
Right.
And then I would say like the Inner Grove. Those guys were other hardcore GFK only streamers. They
Right.
beat us to the punch. So when I say second, we were second to them. But there was plenty of others that were ancillary to the system that obviously had a big crypto following. So yeah, glad to. It was October of, gosh, was that 2020? I don't even remember 2021. I don't even remember anymore. Time has no meaning to me anymore.
Yeah, that's just it's crazy. I didn't even think about it that from that. You guys are probably the longest, or you are longest running DFK
Yeah.
primary DFK stream, because all the other ones that I remember from back in 2021 are no longer on the.
Probably not quantity though. We fell off after the first year. We went really strong, and I think we're at episode 107 will be next week. So, not quite averaging an episode a week for the couple years we've been going at it.
Yeah, because I remember, because you guys were first just a podcast, because I remember going to.
Yeah, those were the days, man. Bringing me into memory lane here. Yeah, we had to. I mean, I had no idea how to do production stuff, and I chose the hardest way to do it. I think it's what is it? Spotify, I think I think it was a sister company of Spotify that we started with. It was an audio only podcast, and it was rough the first couple times we tried to stream. Not that our current stream quality is really any better. I just care less now. And I spent probably hours editing the audio on our first few podcasts, and then after that, I was like, we can't do this anymore. My brother-in-law was on with us. He kept calling us by our real names, and I was like, that's not gonna fly. And then eventually we got kind of coerced into joining YouTube, like everyone else was doing, which obviously was a good move for us. And now everyone only streams off of YouTube, whether it's audio or video. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, that was I can't believe we survived the old days just through pure brute force of will.
Yeah, because I remember. Did you went through a paid subscription at one point on?
Yeah, we allowed people to we accepted like kind of donations for it. Wasn't ever subscribing mandatory on the
Right.
podcast.
I just remember being the
Yeah.
first one. So it's like I was number one. I'm going, yes.
That was awesome. We felt like it felt pretty cool, you were probably, like, our only one too, so, much
No, I don't. I think there was a few others. There's a
yeah,
few
that
others,
was
but
awesome.
oh man, yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, yeah, and you guys went to YouTube, and you're right. Everybody basically went to YouTube, and the podcast only side just kind of dropped off for anybody that was doing it.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm trying to pretend that, like, we started the YouTube trend, it's more like we, realized that, the overwhelming evidence pointed towards YouTube streams were more successful.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the way people want to digest their content for the most part. I mean, I know a couple people have tried Twitch or
Yeah,
Wowie's
Wowie's
on
tried
Twitch.
Twitch too,
He hasn't
which
streamed
is
in a
kinda like I
while.
feel like learning a new language to me. I thought about it, looked into it a little bit, and I'm like, "I don't have the mental capacity and the bandwidth for this." So, I have not done that.
Yeah, I haven't. I haven't even ventured a look over at Twitch as far as how to stream over there. It's like I'm just barely hanging on to YouTube. It's like
Right.
YouTube. It's like I don't even want to venture out over there. So
I hear you.
uh so let me go into the site. Where do I go? Like you guys have been making some serious updates over here.
Yeah.
I was catching up on your stream from yesterday. Sorry I didn't catch it live. I was like,
Oh, that's
because
okay.
I totally could have, and it's just like I just got caught up on home stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, they were streaming. I totally missed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've kinda adjusted our stream time too. We had been Wednesdays for a while,
yeah.
Thursdays for a while, um, and now I feel like we're really hitting our stride with Mondays, although, as I say that, next Monday, we're going in the morning on the behest of a very special guest. We're gonna be bringing on the one, the only, the Dr. Zipper, and so we're gonna be streaming next Monday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time instead of our typical time of 9 p.m. Central
I
Time.
hope I remember, and I'm not busy at work enough so that I can listen because like I really, really want to do it. And I love this update that you guys did for the stats.
Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you appreciate it. We're actually Neindorf Skillet, who he's another developer behind the scenes for ADFK. You see him pop up occasionally on the Discord channel. We have a weekly lunch where we talk about development items, and we were talking about the stats this week, and we are like, we kind of thought that people would be more interested in the bar charts. Um, and I'm glad to hear that you like it, and I feel, or rather, I hope that this is the start of a trend where now that combat is really releasing, and hopefully we get more combat and more combat more often, and then eventually PvP combat, that people are going to care a lot more about the specific hero stats that they have and are going to start grading their heroes accordingly.
Well, I don't think I've ever really clicked on stat history. Click here. It's like all of a sudden I just discovered something new that I didn't even know existed as I'm talking to you. I'm going,
Yeah, and fun
what?
fact, that's a collaboration with DFK History, one of iOS Code's
Those
projects.
codes. Yeah.
And so, we are leveraging his data, he's leveraging a little bit of our data, a great collaboration there. What a brilliant mind there with iOS Code.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then his other app, Lila's Ledger, comes very important this time of year because a lot of people use his
Right.
ledger for transactional history for guessed it, filing taxes. Oh god, I don't even really want to think about it. But it's a necessary evil. at
All
least
right.
here in the States. So I do need to do the download for this past year's, which has been crazy for me. I couldn't even tell you how many transactions I did. Ugh.
Yeah, I probably need to get into leveraging iOS code's Lila's ledger. I am kind of taking the, I would say, the approximate route with declaring my taxes. Um, IRS, please don't come after me. But kind of treating the crypto space as a bit of the casino table. And so reporting income that I actually move into my bank account and considering everything that's still in my wallet as it is yet to be earned. It's not capital gains, it's not um, money won yet. And I don't think I'm proud to say this, but I didn't take I didn't take any money out this year on cryptocurrency. I really kind of tried to just hang in through the bear market and weather it, so to speak. But
Right.
I took a lot of money out last year, which was a good move for the fam.
Yeah, it's always, as they say, it's always good to take profits. I do, I preach it,
Yeah.
rarely practice it, rarely practice it.
Right.
But it's definitely a great strategy for people to get to do on the regular, just so it's just like a force a habit more than anything, so that you don't have to all of a sudden get scrambling and go like, oh no, and because scrambling just leads you to make bad decisions for the most part, at least for me, and so uh, you know. But we
Yeah.
don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about that stuff anymore. Like I want to talk more about your site and this and what you
Yeah.
guys were mentioning yesterday or last night as far as your new
Alpha's feature.
tag system.
Yeah, yeah,
Your
yeah. I'm so excited to talk about this. So it is like kind of we actually, you know what? I'll, Neindorf's not here, so he can't stop me from spoiling some alpha. So
nice.
kind of,
Like
we have two next level features for the statistics here. One of
okay,
them that we talked about last night on the pod, and another one that's in the works that I'll spoil right now. So the first feature is a tagging system where we are calling them ADFK Alpha Heroes. And how cool is it, when heroes survived the PJ journey and they had this badge on the hero card that said, PJ Survivor, and you
right,
knew that they had plus 15 extra stat points. It is a badge of honor. And, especially for those of us who survived that journey, talking about going back to memory lane, it was brutal,
yeah.
ruthless.
It was brutal.
Yeah,
It was
there are a
brutal.
lot of good heroes dead that week. I remember like calling Neindorf from vacation. My family went on vacation, and I was like driving from between like Florida and Georgia, and I was like getting spotty cell phone service, and I was like, Neindorf, check my wallet. I need to see if these heroes survive. And my wife is like, I need you to be driving right now, not talking to Neindorf. Um,
It's okay. It's okay. It's
yeah.
okay.
So, anyways, what we've decided to do is that we are going to display a ADFK Alpha badge for heroes that are top 10 in their respective classes. And so when we
Okay.
look at what do I mean by classes, it means that in their stat class. And so we're looking at strength, dex, agility, vitality, endurance, intelligent, wisdom, luck, all 8 basics traits, and then the derivative traits as well, HP and MP. And so those are the 10 places that people can get ADFK alpha tags. And then there's actually going to be an 11th, which is sum of stats, which will be taking the first 8, summing them together. And so what we're
Wow.
looking at is it's a lot of data that's coming through. And there's going to be a lot of people that fall into a lot of heroes that fall into the alpha status. But we want to give some indication to players as they're leveling up these quite valuable assets that they have, if they're at the top of the talent pool or not. And so what we're going to do is it will be by class of hero, by level of hero, and by stat of hero. You can earn a badge. And so if you are let's scroll up and see who you're looking at here.
Oh, I could scroll up. Yeah.
Yeah, so this warrior here, you're looking at a level 16 Gen 0 warrior. You will be compared to other warriors that are also level 16. And if you had top of the class HP, for example, you would get the alpha badge.
I'm
MP,
wondering if this little X right here may get me that.
I think that MP, you will get an alpha badge for that. Actually, you would, because you're at the top of the chart. And so the top 10 inside any statistical chart will end up getting that alphas badge. So that it's going to be kind of neat, fun to see. Our goal is that we're going to have some alpha pages on the website, so
Right.
people can see their heroes there. I haven't really talked about this specifically with the Kingdom Studios team, but we have talked to them about wanting to build some kind of in-game system that leverages C Jewel or S Jewel as a power up. And I think this would be a neat opportunity for us, where we could actually end up putting our little badge icon on a hero in game. That's something that I'm gunning for at least. But I
That would
know it'll
be
take some
huge.
development time from them. And I know the last thing that anyone wants is people, they're hard at work devs focusing on our badges instead of on actually churning out the PvE content.
I
So
don't know. I
we're
think
happy
you'd be
waiting.
surprised. I think you'd be surprised, like when people like giving special
Yep.
recognition to their heroes in game. I think there would, maybe not the majority, but I think there would be a vocal minor or a vocal subset that like, it's like, oh yeah, definitely get that out. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess it would also depend on how long. If it was like a small lift versus a big lift, it was a small lift, it'd be like, yes, please, yes, please.
yeah,
So
I don't know. It would certainly require them to I don't they don't pull all the statistical data that we do, I know. Not that they couldn't, but they just don't
right,
keep track of it. Neindorf indexes that. So they'd have to kind of query our site and then import our imagery. I don't know how big of a lift that is either. I see this is the fun part for me as the producer of the podcast and not the developer of the website, is that I think everything is easy. And so I'm like, oh yeah, they should be able to do this next week. And Nindorf would still give me a side eye, like, what are you talking about? Like, that is actually really challenging. Um, so I will have to just kind of play things out as it goes. But yeah, we're really excited about, being able to give credit where credit's due, shouting out to a couple of our guild members. I know Maddie just summoned a priest a couple weeks ago that has a super high level wisdom. I imagine that
right,
I haven't pulled the statistics on it. His hero's level 11. I would imagine that he would get an alpha badge. Franz has an archer with the highest dex that he's been really working on, and a summoner with, I think, the highest wisdom that he's been working on. It's going to feel really good to see, that badge on your heroes. And
right,
then what Neindorf indicated towards the end of the podcast last night is on the website pages where we're showing the top 10, if people have guild affiliation registered on the website, we're also going to show what guild they're a member of. And so we really want to start leaning into this kind of guild wars concept. And I know we're planning on talking about this a little later with the Mythic Squad guys. Shout out to them. Love those guys. And the tournament that they're holding. We created some special prizes around fighting them. But we really want to, continue to lean into the guild versus guild concept of the game. And if Mythic Squad has 5 of the top alpha heroes, or if Perilous Pirates, or whatever the Zenith Guild, Jewelers Guild, whoever it is, if they have top heroes, like I want that to be like a bragging right too, where guilds can be like, yeah, we're running with the top class, and I think that'll be pretty neat.
That would be awesome, and I think it would definitely promote guild interaction, of course, and get the ball rolling of people, like especially new players going like, oh wow, it's like they got the guild badge, like, and they'll start inquiring about like what are the different guilds
Mhm.
and how do I get a hold of them, and try to push that along, at least from a competitive standpoint, to the extent that we as a community set it up, even though it may not be completely live yet in game. But it's like, yes, there is competition out there, that we are, the community and the leaders of the different guilds are
All
just
right.
trying to
Okay.
build
So
engagement and competition, which is, just makes the game more fun.
absolutely. All right. So the alpha feature. Here's me spoiling what Neindorf doesn't want me to
Yes.
share yet. Um, So we're looking at a way that, and this is still in early development stages, I'll caveat. And again, I just got done saying that I think it's easy, and Eindorf was definitely, he looked at me, he's like, nah, it's not super easy, but totally doable. So you see the stats that you have and the bar chart that you have on, let's just say you're looking at one of the heroes right now.
Right.
What we're going to do is we're going to create a feature that allows you to project your potential growth of a hero and show that potential growth compared to the future level's current bar chart range. And so if you have a level 16 warrior on the left hand side of the page here, and what we would allow you to do is say, I'm going to level up and focus on strength, as we'll do it one stat at a time. Strength as your primary, and you're also going to select that I'm going to use a greater might crystal every time that I level up. What we
Right.
will do is we will show a projection of, you are going to, based on the percentages of your level up, your strength will end, your X is going to end up where compared to the rest of the level 20 warriors. And you can select whatever level you want to look at. If you want to look at level 15, most people will want to look at level 20 because that's where probably PvP will release at.
Right.
And so it'll give you, especially when you're at level 1 or level 5, maybe even level 10, if you want to understand where potentially your hero could end up if you focus on strength, if you focus on dexterity, vitality, whatever it might be on this particular hero, where could you end up compared to the rest of the current hero population? We're pretty excited about this feature as well. It's just kind of like I introed into this, it's doubling down, like the second and third layer of looking into not only where your current stats, but where can your stats go in the future.
Go. So will it be projecting like best case scenario, or
It'll be projecting statistical average. And so,
okay?
if you use the primary guy's tiers boost, that gives you a +1. And your current percentage for strength primary is what, 75? If you
Where
go scroll
strength is
down
that
to your
down?
percentages,
Yep, 77.
70,
Fine.
good guesser. You have the blue stat gene here. So, and then if you select that you're using a greater crystal, that adds, I can't remember off the top of my head,
Jeez, I can
what's it,
never remember
15 and
the 50.
45? I think it's like 15 and 45.
If I had
And
any great
so
crystals, I could look it up. Like, I don't have any.
it
Uh,
would say, then you have I'll wait for the answer before I go on.
let's see. Jeez.
So let's just say it's 15
Okay,
on
let's
the
say so.
primary. that means you have a 92% chance of strength leveling up. And if you have 100 level ups, 92 of those level ups, you would gain a strength point. And so if you're going from 16 to 20, you have 4 level ups. And so that primary stat has like a 3 point, you'll earn 3.99 points. The statistical average of your primary is going to hit 3.99 out of 4 times. And
Right.
that we'll look at the secondary and we'll say 11 and a half plus 45, which is 56 and a half. And so we'll say that, 56 and a half over 4 levels, approximately a little more than 2. And so that's how we'll end up showing your strength equaling wherever you're at now plus 3.9 plus what I say uh 2.2 or something like that.
Right.
And so you would see that though that it'll end up showing not best case scenario, but the statistical average of where we think that you will end up based on your current growth rate percentages.
Wow. That's awesome. It's like, so, and then you could base it off of what you could even try to from a it's like, is it better if I'm getting a better bang for my buck with the greater crystal or with the regular crystal?
Oh yeah, because you could kind of run that as that's a brilliant point. You could run it a bit as an iterative analysis where you could select regular crystal and you could see, hey, I'm going to show up above the second quartile, which is scroll back up in the box plot.
Right.
It's up in you if you with a regular crystal, you're outside of the box on your
Yep.
strength, and you're up there in that third and fourth quartile. You could absolutely make that value decision for yourself that I might as well go with the regular might crystal because I'm still going to be a top tier of hero.
Right.
I really like where you're going with it, and that's exactly what we're hoping comes out of this organically as we're able to give people more evaluation tools. And again, like what we've always tried to do is, data that should be easily accessible, we want that to be free. Data that requires like intense statistical computation, we hope that a subscription to the ADFK site is helping provide time savings for you, the user. In theory, use or worm, you could do all of this math and statistics yourself and calculate
Yeah.
this on all of your heroes, and that's a pain in the ass. Excuse my
Yeah.
language. I don't want to do that. I don't do
No.
that for any of my heroes. I'm fully capable of it, but I don't have the time to do it. And so that's where we're trying to create a tool that really helps our users and helps them understand where can their heroes land in terms of stats compared to the rest of the field.
Right. Right. And especially those special heroes, whether you want to stick it out or not, if they don't, if they've had a couple of bad level ups, is it if
Yeah,
I start using greater crystals, will it statistically get them back on track, or is it a lost cause kind of thing? And
tough call for sure.
yeah,
And one of the things we hope to do if we ever get the sea or astral power up is like while you're looking at the tavern, you could also see heroes that appear as alpha heroes. So, you might even find hidden gems out there that people are like, they don't realize. Like Neindorf, he's done the statistical numbers that he has a uncommon paladin that he thinks could, if it has good vitality level ups, when it hits level 20, it could be an alpha hero. So top 10 of HP um, of its class. And that's a uncommon paladin. Like that is wild. I
that is
bet you
wild.
inside level 20, there are plenty of, if you look at stat by stat, I mean, Dread Knights are probably going to run a majority of the heroes, but stat by stat, there could be some uncommons out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely be some. I mean, the percentage will be small, of course, but there'll definitely be some because because just it's a numbers game, right? When it comes down to it, I mean, there's so many more uncommons versus mythics that the top of the uncommons are going to still be there, uh, just because they, RNG and however the owner decided to invest in the hero from a level up perspective. So, I mean, that's what makes this game so interesting and great is that, yeah, I mean, getting a mythic hero definitely gives you a leg up, but it's not the end all be all. You could easily lose out to a common or an uncommon just because they got one got lucky and two decided to invest in the hero regardless of their rarity, and it's actually paying off for them. I mean, at a level 100, will it be that way? Probably not, but
Right.
I still think there will still be some up there because the other there's a lot of X factors of like, what about crafting? How much of that can give your hero a boost? And what about equipment that you just find out there questing and uh, doing boar hunts or whatever? Like maybe you find the one of one item and your best hero's an uncommon hero and it just catapults you up to the top. It's like I mean, I don't know. It could happen. I don't know what their plan is.
Well, and at this pace, I mean, and I don't mean this to be insulting by any stretch to the DFK team, but like level 100 is like a gajillion years away. Um,
Right,
and
right.
so we have a lot of real estate and a lot of timeline when it comes to playing with these common and uncommons that are statistically alphas.
Yes. Yes. But, oh man, I could keep talking about this all day, but I don't want to miss talking about what your I had the tab and now I lost it. Uh, about the raffle or the raffle ticket challenge, which I am sharing this tab. Can you see it now?
Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we're doing a arcade adventure raffle ticket challenge. This is the game that we have over on the ADFK app,
Yeah,
and
I can maybe I can
we
share.
have this is a way for you to take your heroes and do a different style of PvE game than Boar Hunts, and so we have distilled all of the hero stats um, down into 3 stats, and it's kind of like what I would call weighted rock paper scissors.
Yeah,
And the fun thing about this is in collaboration with the Kingdom Studios team, you can wager raffle tickets through us, just like you can in duels. And so as you wager crystal, you can earn raffle tickets depending on your performance in game.
right,
And it's a really competitive win rate. If you can get 100%, which is doable on some of our levels and challenges, um, you will earn just as high of a statistic as you would raffle tickets as you would winning 50% of the time on duels. And so I feel like it's a really positive win. And so you can use those raffle tickets to then enter into the in-game castle raffles for items. And
right,
so those are usable tokens in game. And then on top of that, we are offering additional prizes for people who are wagering crystal because that helps us out. That is a mechanism for us to cover the costs of our development. And so especially when we are in a moment of time where we're in the duels down season, and that may not exist forever, but right
right,
now it does. Those castle raffles are going to start getting fewer and fewer entries, and you could go swarm one of those entries and really get a crystal pack, a stone pack, some really great things to help you work towards those alpha heroes we were talking about before.
Exactly. Exactly. And I did confirm with the greater crystal is 15% for the primary and the 45 for the secondary. I just bought a greater fortune crystal so I can see them. I just
Oh,
I went into the bazaar, so like, oh, that's pretty cheap. I'll get that one. Like,
yeah. They are. Whew. I mean, I don't know. I feel like for my best heroes, they're worth it to get those greater crystals. They're a must. But boy, I'd love to win some on a raffle because it'd be a whole lot more
yeah,
cost effective.
yeah, it and it's not always available in the raffles, so you have to like kind of, you know, make
Yeah.
sure you check up on the regular on both sides. I mean, like I think sometimes people forget that there's a completely separate raffle system going on in Saradale, and you can bridge your tickets. It can't leave the wallet, but it can go to different realms. So you could go back and forth and use your tickets. So, if the raffle that you want or the more attractive raffles over in Saradale, bridge over your tickets and try to get near the limit. I mean, because others will be doing the same. Could be now.
Yeah.
So for the raffle, can you
Not
is it
story mode, all in
not
PvE.
only
Yeah.
PVE? That's what I would.
Yep.
I thought it was only PVE. Does it matter which
All in
one
PvE.
it is?
Yeah, first time that you play, you have to complete the tutorial, and
Right.
then after that, you can wager raffle tickets on any one of the season 1 challenges. And so we're counting all crystal wagered for raffle tickets, whether it's Forest Challenge, Challenge Forest 2, Halloween Maze, Turkey Trot. Quick alpha note here: don't wager a lot on the Halloween Maze. That that
That was
level
the one that I did.
hard AF.
Yeah, I died on that one.
Yeah.
I died like right at the end too. I was like, because that's a one on. That was just one hero. Halloween, right? Was that just one hero, or was that Turkey?
Yeah, that's one hero and
Right.
kind of like randomization of rooms. Skillet and Deindorf are, dirty devs for doing that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, do Force Challenge 1 or 2. You've earned it. It's your hard-earned crystal. Go for it.
yeah. Let's see. God, I haven't done it on this. Yeah, it was still. Gosh, the question is, do I still have these heroes? Uh, but yeah, these are my Gen Zero, so therefore I know I do. I don't think I have that much crystal in here, so God, I haven't done this one in a while, so trying to remember the uh the path and everything
Yeah.
is
Yeah, don't wager all of it all at once. So for Force Challenge 1 and 2, like you're indicating, there is a path, although hidden to you, the player, while you're going through it. If you have a pen and paper, a notepad, you can actually write down what that path is. And your payout score is based on how few turns it takes you to actually get through the dungeon. And a lot of that is your pathing. And so, not only can you beat these razorbacks and hoglings and these boars in time, but then can you also navigate the rooms to clear all the baddies?
right.
As Sticks intern is saying, Forest Challenge 1 is the way. Yeah, that's a good one. I highly recommend, playing that one, getting a feel for the game first. And again, this is a great way for you to earn some raffle tickets. You can play with our credit system, so people who haven't played before, you get 5 credits automatically on as a user. Future times, it costs you about 25 cents every time you look to play. You don't have to wager raffle tickets, and so if you want to play a few times just to kind of figure it out and get your feet wet, you can do that. And then when you're ready to wager raffle tickets, go ahead and go big.
That one just took way too long. I got beat up way too
Yeah.
much for what was going on.
Yeah, and, maybe while we're chatting with the listeners out there on YouTube, one thing that, and actually, as I'm addressing listeners on YouTube, hit the like button here, folks. Let's make sure we get some likes up in on this. What we'd like to know with this is, are you interested in seeing a version of this game that's PvP? That's something that we believe that we could roll that out faster than our believed understanding of what the PvP timeline is for the current Kingdom Studios game. And we're not trying to compete with that game. We're trying to provide an alternative version of that game.
Right.
And so if people are really yearning for something like the Fight Club days, if any of you remember that, we could roll out a version of this weighted rock, paper, scissors that's player versus player. We just need to make sure it's kind of worth it.
Right. Yeah. I will vote yes, and I think people will sit and wait. Like the people that already enjoy doing this game will probably say yes, and I think they're the ones that would need to promote it to get others in. And I think once others get in, they will enjoy it too. So, but I will put in my vote for yes as I'm sitting here trying to. But
Appreciate that
I
feedback.
am bad at PvP. I'm much better PvE player, at least in my own assessment. All right, just 3 away, and people watch me play, and I'm going to do. All right, this is so far working out in my favor. Can only do 39. Right.
And I love how these dire wolves are going bonkers.
The fuckers, yeah, and it was. I think Nightdorf had a theory as to why.
I can't even remember what it
Why,
is,
and I
but yeah.
can't remember what it was. Why the tails wag so fast, and I
Yeah.
go like.
I love that. I didn't even realize this. The Vissies and accessories are showing up on the heroes. That's fantastic.
Yeah, they show up everywhere, so I'm like, I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. So like, but yeah, the Vissies coming through. You're 1 for 3 calculated. Oh yeah, you're gone. All right, this is much better. Brute 1 hero 2 brute.
And my apologies. I have to take off here.
Oh, no problem.
Pretty soon. But anything else that you wanted to cover tonight?
Yeah, because I can finish this later. Well, I did want to bring up the one thing about the Mythic Squad.
Oh, the Mythic
tourney.
Squad tourney. Shout
Yes,
out to the Mythic Squad guys.
And specifically, we also have a guild bounty.
This was really fun making a collaboration with the Bogside guys for sure. And,
as soon as I find the guild bounty, but yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Like, they were also talking about it in Bogside chats. So for those that don't know, this Saturday there is a tourney for with the Mad Boar hunt happening. So it's still open for signups till Friday.
mm-hmm.
And basically there are affixes are basically 6 rounds, and based on different criteria. such as like one round there is you have to
Yeah,
have a knight, a priest, and a archer.
yeah, one
Uh,
round you can't use, you have to have at least one hero without a codex. One
right,
round you can only use one potion. One round you have to survive a rampage. I mean, it's
you're right.
really clever.
It's
I love
really
it.
clever, uh,
Oh yeah,
and
here
it
you go.
really
Perfect.
tests like it really tests your. Yeah, I found the article, and it really tests your how well rounded you are in
Yeah.
doing boar hunts of a different hero builds,
Right, and
right?
like we were saying before with common heroes, like, you could conceivably be running one of these rounds with 10, or 3, level 10 commons,
Oh
if
yeah,
they've
oh
leveled up
yeah,
well, and I think that's a fantastic way that, it's allowing skill to be interject into the game, and,
yes,
the other challenging part is the time constraint, and so this is done within a day, and so you
yeah,
have to have enough heroes to complete all of the aphexes,
yes,
and then potentially have enough heroes in reserve if there's a tie, uh, for those
right.
aphexes too.
That well, I wonder if because they're doing it right before the when it flips over. I wonder if the tiebreaker waits
Oh, that
until it flips over and then you have your other heroes available. But it is it'll definitely be challenging. But
yeah,
so you need 18 heroes. You need 18 heroes
yeah,
uh, to complete to get through all six. I don't know if the tiebreaker will be completed before or after. So I don't know if you need additional or not.
mhm.
But the challenge is you also got to remember, especially if you're one that plays as soon as it does turn over, like the clock starts over, not to use those heroes. If you're lining them
Right.
up for Saturday, you don't on Friday night start
Yeah,
playing with them because they'll
don't
be
go questing, yeah. That'll ruin
it's
your
like
day.
it's like, oh no.
Yeah.
It's like I just realized when I saw the timing, like, oh, because
You
usually I
gotta
start
manage your stamina now.
right, exactly. I go like, I gotta make sure these
Put
heroes
them,
are really
put 'em on the bench now, like, rest up before the game.
yeah. Yeah, and if you're using a bot, get them off the bot. Just like let them sit over. If you have a different wallet, or
Yeah,
it's like
that's
just
good
let them
thinking.
sit over there, and so they don't quest the day.
Yeah.
They'll make up for it.
Yeah, they'll
But
be fine. Well, thanks for having me on tonight. I really appreciate it. Sorry I have to run so early.
oh no, no
Um,
problem, no problem. Thank you for coming on, and yeah, I will continue. I will,
okay.
but we should definitely do this again. And thanks
Absolutely.
for get to show off your app there, which I
Well,
use
thank you very
every
much. Yes.
day. So, but yeah, definitely have a good one, and we'll definitely be talking soon as we are also guild mates. So,
Yeah. Awesome. Okay.
awesome.
Love you, Sir
All right,
Worm. Love the
love you
beard.
too.
Looking great. See ya.
Thank you. All right, have a good one. All right, that was Raph. So now I am flying solo. So, well, uh, before I go over and do I think I'm gonna try to squeeze in one of these hunts. I am going to show this is just for ADFK guild members. So if you're out there and you're part of the guild and you're on the fence, like you gotta come and try because these prizes are out there for anyone that qualifies. If you're better than Justice Beaver, I'm assuming does everyone run a Mosca rune? That's what I wanted to ask. It's like if we have like it said if you place higher than Justice Beaver, and then say Beef goes out in round 3 and you make it to 4, or like in 10 ADFK players make it to 4, did each one of them get this, or is it like a raffle? I'm not sure. The same thing with higher than all interns, Clutie Sticks intern and Bogside intern. And no, I don't think skill calls. So any other interns out there? There's one for skiller and one for I wanted to. I'll bring it up with Raph and Nine but I'm going to add on to it that the highest placing ADFK guild member will get a uh, Dragoon Sage summon from me. I'm not sure if it's going to be Dark Summon or regular summon, but whoever is the top of our guild, regardless of how far they get, and it can't be me. So if I end up being the top, it'll be whoever's next. Will get a chance at a Dread Knight. Not saying you'll get one, but I have hit. The first time I did it, I did hit. So, and it was the best Dread Knight I ever summoned. So, I only summoned like 3, so it's not that it's not necessarily a high bar, but it is a bar. There is a bar. So I am going to give that out to the highest ADFK guild member. So the bounty has increased, and it's not against anybody in Mythic Squad, it's against each other for ours, for the one I'm proposing, and that is to whoever gets the furthest will get that summon. But I want to make sure Raph does know about it. Do you guys are you guys want to see me do a boar hunt real quick? I don't know if it'll be quick, but I can do one. And I think, let me see. I gotta get back to that tab. Let me get back to my tab here. I know I have one set up. One of the ones, this one, in the Blub Defender suits. This is my no codex because this one, Catherine Slate, is my ninja. So I've been using her as the one I'm going to be submitting for that round if I get that far. Do a fake summon. I mean, dark summon. Rampage round. I did Rampage round the last time. Plus, I think I've already did that one, but you know, as practice already. So I'm going to do a different one. But so I am doing the no codex one, which is not easy for me, but I have to admit, I did one with a high HP and I did one with high agility. I'm liking high agility. I'm liking high agility. So yeah, I already had it loaded, so that's why I chose this one, just to make it. But I am definitely not good at no codex. I mean, it's not one of my strong ones. And what do you think of the Vizzies? I've been trying to, at least for the teams that I'm going to run, do a different combo, just so I know who's who of the Vizzies. So, yes, no potions. I just did that one when I was I went into the office today, and part of my commute is on a train. So I did one of them, and the one I did was the no potions one. So I don't have it set up. What am I going to do with you? All right. And what I usually do with the priest, so I'm running a warrior ninja priest. So, you know, fortunately, this is not a level 15 priest. So usually at 15, I get the Holy Wrath, I believe it's what it's called. Oh, I didn't want to put it on you. But so they have a little bit of firepower, the priest does, but this one doesn't really have any firepower. It's all just support. So and usually for my warriors, I do make it show real quick. Gladiator Strike. This is usually the setup I do because I always like the gruff so I can do the taunt and rapid onslaught. I really like the rapid onslaught. I really like that. Of course, with the ninja, doesn't have any codex, but she has high HP because I run a 15. My non-codex hero is a level 15, and these guys are level 12, so the boards are level 13 average. And so my priest, common priest, sitting back there, just healing away. I'm pretty much user for the prayer of healing, and then after a wild charge, the holy circles usually comes out. Once in a while, I'll throw out the prayer of protection. Usually I put it on her. That's what I meant to do because she hardly ever gets hit, but she has like the lowest HP out of the group. That's who I usually throw it on. So and she's up. All right, it's time to heal the warrior. Let's see where we go here. It's Mama's turn. Oh, nice crit heal. Oh, yeah, that's right. Dodge that. Now, she can do 60 to 71, the ninja. And the ninja can also, inflict bleed, which is a nice little add-on. So I do like that. And look, the ninja is back up again. Of course, my warrior just got freaking dazed. But we should be triggering a nuzzle soon. Is it worth it? The one good thing about having a non-codex hero, you have a potion, especially if you're carrying a priest. You have an extra potion split among two heroes instead of like using just one for each on average. I mean, it may not work out that way for some people, but it usually does for me. I'm expecting a wild charge soon. Do love, yeah. Stick's intern is definitely pro evasion with his mega evasive shapeshifter, right? You have a shapeshifter. Right, I am going to. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, you were taunted, which is fine. What I wanted to do is use the pure barrier on the priest. So she just sit back there. She's probably like, and my ninja's got like 700 health in comparison to the other two are about like 400. So she usually doesn't need much help. So it's all about keeping the warrior alive for the most part. Because I'm usually for the second baby boar, I'm taunting mama. But I might be, oh, there you go. I was going to say, I might have to taunt mama early because she's not doing the wild charge. But then she just goes ahead and does it. Yeah, I am starting to think high agi may be the way to go. I'm leaning towards the dags. Oh, see that crit by the ninja? That is a no codex hero just at 156. That was nice. That was nice. All right. My priest, it's course the priest gets dazed, so I can't do the holy circle. So now everybody's got to stay alive. Just stay alive till her turn passes. And I think she has horrible speed, agility, so her speed score is not going to be great. Ugh. Can we kill this boar before Mama? All right, I'm going to heal the group. Can I get 400 damage? I don't know if I have them. I might have had to do. Oh shoot, that's not what I wanted. I might have had to do. Yeah. Instead of doing the healing, I need to do the mana potion to the warrior. There's no way I'm going to get it now. Oh well. All right. Number one thing is keep the heroes alive. I think part of the meta for the tournament is don't let anybody die. You want to keep your hero count up way, way high. Because I think more people are going to get through than we think. At least that's my theory. So if you can keep it so that nobody dies. It's all, 21. Shoot. You gotta be kidding me. All right. Are we at a point where I'm going to... No, not a point yet. Not yet. Next go around, I will... Now, she could actually kill this boar. Oh boy, you could actually kill the boar. All right, I'm gonna have to pass it off. It's not what I really want to do, but I don't want to trigger a rampage. Yeah, I chickened out. Some of us never. Everybody does. Truth is. Like that, Dags. All right. Oh, all right. We're just gonna do it. Just gonna do it. We're gonna have to survive it. You do not have enough to do that. Yeah, we'll see. Well, you have another chance of getting the. I thought you were gonna kill him. All right, we got it. Not enough bleed to kill the baby. This should do it right here. All right. And Mama just attacked, so we're good to go. Let's just attack. Let's just attack. We got a lot of health to work with here. A lot of health. All right. Boar, I think you might have to heal your face. All right. Go with the warrior. And the big question is, I got one more potion. Do I give it to the warrior or do I give it to the priest? I'm going to give it to the warrior. 21 MP is just so low. We're down in 400s. We should be able to get it in within this round. I think if we could get some nice miss, everybody just attack. 47. You can use one of your critical strikes. Mm-hmm. I get triggered. All right. And here we go. It's going to come down to who can survive this wild charge, maybe, unless I get a good critical strike here. Because I don't think anybody can inflict daze. Nobody dies. All right, this is over. This is over. All right. Well, this is it. Oh, I haven't even thought of a giveaway. I was going to give away a boar hunt qualifying team, but I hadn't picked out the heroes yet. Let me see if I could quick do a wheel. All right, there's my 4 tiers. God, that still hurts. Still hurts. Every time I get 4 tiers, it just hurts. Wheel of names. I'll try to quick do this, and then I will be ending the stream. Thanks again to Raph for coming on. Sorry I went over. I think I just started to geek out on ADFK because I love the site so much, and I want to promote it. I will put Raph on here. Jeremy, guys, thank you for coming out. I know there was the end of Bogside, and I believe did Mosh and Ogre do their stream? Did they have a stream? I know they wanted to do Tuesdays. I just didn't know what time they were going to do it, and I wasn't sure if they were starting today or not. But we'll have to collaborate, work something out so that either it's not crazy we don't want to cannibalize each other. It's basically what I wanted to say. Chris Smith. Skiller, thanks for coming out. And the artwork that is on my site is all Skiller. If you didn't already know. So he's everywhere. Beeve, thanks for coming out. Sorry, I'm wearing your brother's shirt. I don't have a Beeve shirt. I have a Mythic vibes, though. I have Mythic vibes. Shoes. All right. Digital Sniper, you won my last one, but I don't have your OX. So please hit me up in Discord is probably the best way. Wag me. Just hit me up in you can do it on Twitter or X, but I'm definitely more responsive in Discord. AA free. God, I hate those ads on this thing. Am I missing anybody? B6 entered, Skiller, Eric, Digital Sniper. Thank you, Digital Sniper. Thank you. Yeah. I just gotta find the hero. I forget where I put the hero. I gotta find it. But you did win a hero. This is for a full team. It'll probably be the Knight Archer Priest combo. Unless you tell me you definitely want a different combo, basically swapping out a warrior for somebody. But they will be at least level 10, so they will be viable to go and submit. And please, 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 everyone, sign up for the contest. Sign up. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a great time. I'm looking forward to it. Told my family, leave me alone for all afternoon. No, I really didn't do that part yet. I want to, but they do know. They are aware. Red pen. I gotta put you in here. Hold on. I gotta put you in here. You just gotta do it 2 more times. Copy. Anybody else? Anybody else? You made it, Rimpid. You're in. I got everybody. I think I got everybody. Again, thank you everyone for watching the stream. I know there's plenty of choices of streams to watch. And I'm glad you decided to at least stop by for a little bit and see what's up with what the DFK is this. I really do appreciate it. And yes, and definitely practice. Like I thought about just getting the teams and not really practicing, but I definitely see where my weak points are. And the dags or shoes, shoes wins, dags out. Shoes, congratulations. Hit me up on Discord if you can, shoes, with your OX, and I will get you a boar hunt team qualifying for level 10 boar hunts. Don't know what the level 12s will be, but congratulations. And again, thank you everybody for coming out. And I believe I'll be on next week. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Again at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. So you can figure it out from there if you're in some other time zone. And I hope to see a lot of you on Saturday. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's some great prizes. In fact, I should donate. Uh, I'll donate something to it. I haven't figured it out yet. I want to though, but I think your OX is out there, right, Beef? For that you use the wallet that has the prizes. It's basically what I'm asking. So I can send something out there. It'll probably be a pet. It'll probably be uh, either a legendary or mythic pet. I think I got a couple like odd pull legendaries. It'll probably be odd pull legendary, is what I'm thinking. So I'll throw that in. I know it's not the best prize of all, but I will definitely make sure it's decent. But again, thank you everybody. Have a good one and happy happy DFKing out there. And I'll see you guys out there and see you on Saturday. Later.